involved in just a small part of these walls. Come on, mouse, a little higher. There, that's in the reign of the King of Kings, refuge of sultans, glory of the faith and the world, Muhammad Akbar, Bacha, Emperor, may the Almighty preserve his realm forever. And this is the court where the Raja gave audience to his subjects and met his officials. You're from?
We are from Punjab.
Punjab, yeah. Are you here with a school group or by yourself?
Yes, we are two educational.
Our favorite coffee chain in India so far is the Cafe Coffee Day. And there's one at the top of the fort. Let's have it.
We've arrived.
Amer Fort and Palace.
It's about a half-hour's drive from Jaipur city center. Like something out of a fairy tale, Amer Fort is set on a hilltop overlooking Maota Lake. It was the original home of Rajput royalty until Jaipur city was constructed and contains a number of breathtaking palaces, halls, gardens, and temples. Inside, the elaborate mirror work adds to the grandeur. The fort entrance is reached by walking up the hill, going in a jeep, or taking a lurching elephant ride. We're going to do that. The evening sound and light show, which brings alive the fort's history, is impressive.
Look at the trunk on these Asian elephants.
Oh, look at the cannon in there.
Imagine these beasts walking these hills all day long, never complaining. And here we are on the inside of the Amer Fort. How nice does it get? The scenery doesn't quit as I scan around. And we are at the Lion Gate. The entrance to the palace. It's called the Singh Pole or Lion Gate. It's a gateway to the palace proper. The lion symbolizes strength. Hence, often the premier gate to a palace was called by this name. It was built on the orders of Sawai Jai Singh, 1699 to 1743 AD. And the inside reveals more of the fascinating design of this fortress. On a perfect day, yesterday was extremely foggy. The day before, we lucked out at the Taj Mahal, and today we luck out at the Amer Fort in Jaipur. This was a hall of public audience. It was patterned after similar halls in Mughal palaces, and this is the court where the Raja gave audience to his subjects and met his officials. Festivities on certain special occasions, like the celebrations following a victory in battle, a birthday, and so on, were held here. Constructed again between 1589 and 1643 AD in red sandstone and marble masonry. Key being Mughal Empire. Majestic columns. And who's there? Knock, knock. Who's there?
A mouse.
A mouse. Oh, hi, mouse. They sure picked a great spot to build this fortress. As we look down upon the what garden? Jasmine?
Saffron.
Saffron. The ceiling of the baths. A window or an alcove to look down upon the court. Painted ceiling. And if you don't have glass, at least you have these little louvers you can peer down upon. That would probably stop the wind from blowing in here. Very ingenious. And there I am. There we are. Stand on your tippy toes, Barb. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, mouse, a little higher. There, that's good. Nice. Here's just a little example of the artwork involved in just a small part of these walls. Boggles the mind how that was possible. The effort, the money, the creativity that would go into something like this. But when you're the emperor and you have endless resources, you can afford to do this. Our next step is to get up there in our discovery of the Man Singh Palace. The upper level with the viewpoint down towards the entrance of the fort. The interior court, reminiscent of, or the interior garden, reminiscent of a French garden. Of course, this would have predated the French gardens. Massive mountain background. These guys sure managed to construct something beautiful here, huh? Imagine planning this without computers, maybe without paper, huh? In the sun, in the reign of the King of Kings, refuge of sultans, glory of the faith and the world, Muhammad Akbar, Bacha, Emperor, may the Almighty preserve his realm forever. Maharaja Raja Man Singh, whose commands are exalted and who has laid the foundation of his kingdoms on uprightness and justice, may his dignity be maintained forever, mandated the construction of this palace in his domain. This heaven-like palace was completed on the day of the month Jil Hijjah in the year 1008 Hiriji, being built in a period of 25 years, having been most meticulously designed and expertly decorated. Just as the heavens should always be laden with rain, so also this stately building, the foundation of the Maharaja's great king, longevity and wealth, be preserved from any kind of damage. Completed in the year 1008. Our favorite coffee chain in India so far is the Cafe Coffee Day. And there's one at the top of the fort. Let's have a peek. nice selection of snacks. This one is pretty unique. Not only for its geographic location, but also for where you end up taking the coffee. Right out here. Hey Barb, how was the coffee? How was the coffee?
Too early.
What do you mean too early? You didn't have one?
No, we never have one at this time.
Okay. We'll have one later, huh?
You bet.
But just checking out the view here. It's a great place to take a coffee. They have a rather interesting slogan. Cafe Coffee Day. Eat, sip, munch, burp. A lot can happen over coffee. Cafe Coffee Day. Once again, a lot can happen over coffee. That might be these lovely rooms. Yeah, smells good. We're now on our way down and out from the Amer Fort.
Smile.
Hello.
Put your camera down.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Over here.
Okay.
You're from.
We are from Punjab.
Punjab.
Yeah.
Are you here with a school group or by
Yes,
yourself?
sir. We are to educational.
Educational. Yeah.
How long?
And
you
y'all-
travel?
Do y'all take English at school?
Yeah, we're from Punjab Agricultural University, Ludhiana.
Oh yeah, English is very important, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hope you all continue to study English.
Yeah. In
And,
future we will meet in Canada.
Have you heard of Vancouver? Vancouver?
Vancouver. They had the Olympics there.
Okay.
We live near there.
Okay.
Many Indians live
Vancouver.
there. Many.
Hello there. How are you? What's your name?
Kiranji.
Oh yes. And yours?
Gaganji.
Okay. And yours?
Roblin.
Okay. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Okay. Every once in a while in India you get the rock star treatment. We heard about it before coming here. We've had it several times. And by the way, in terms of exchange, the US dollar is 61 rupee. Canadian dollar is 51 rupee. That makes it easier. Just divide by 50 to get the dollar amount. Business seems to have slowed right down. There's nobody leaving here. The elephants are waiting. Oop, there's a bop on the head.